All right, I was in taking care of the grandson while he was in town. Well, my daughter had to go to work, and her husband didn't come in early enough from work, so he had to come over. So I was in there, and Chris cleaned up this dash here. And I want to talk to you guys about if you guys are doing like a patina ride. I know Marcy Junebug's trying to do that really old pickle patina, and this might give you some ideas on how to keep the old look of the patina. So look at how nice this dash looks. I mean, that looks so cool. And I don't know, I'm going to rethink what we're going to do on the inside of this. I definitely want to paint. I mean, I need to paint a lot of stuff in here, but I need to paint the whole outside. But we were wishing we could save some stuff on the inside, but there's so much repair to do. I don't know exactly what we're going to end up with when we're done. But if you were going to do like the outside, let's say you were trying to save the patina and keep it old looking, and you had rust that was pitted like that, and the rust was not treated, and you know, let's look at the chemical. With something like this, what this does, you put this on rust and it actually just makes it dead. It turns it into, I think it's tannic oxide instead of iron oxide, and it just makes it so that it just won't rust again. As long, you know, until eventually this could wear off. So what it does is when you put it on, we put it on with a brush on the areas. So it went on like this, okay? Then you take lacquer thinner and then remove all this black residue that's on here. That's from this stuff, okay? And then we removed all that and then took rubbing compound and rubbing compounded the rest of the dash and the whole dash with that. Even you can color sand it if you want with some light fine, you know, 1200 grit or something. And then polish everything. And then what you end up with is you end up with this, where you have the good paint and you have dead rust. Okay, this won't rust again. Unless, again, like I said, it'll wear off. Eventually, this chemical, the sealer that's on this is meant to be painted. So what I would do is, if you were going to do this, at this point, you could take a brush, even like a lettering brush, and you add brush and roll additive. This is Matthew's Paint brush and roll additive. You add this, you can take that label there, and you add this to your clear. You could add that to like a flat clear, and then a lettering brush. We'll take a look at those. See, these are my lettering brushes here. They have a long, this is a MAC, has a really long bristle to it and a really fine bristle. So if you mixed up your 2-to-1 flat clear, which would look probably the best, not a shiny clear. If you mixed a 2-to-1 flat clear, and then you added about I'd say between 5 and 10% of this product to it. Use the lettering brush, or you could tape off and spray, or you could tape off and spray the areas if you wanted to, or spray the whole dash. I wouldn't want to do that. I'd like to keep the original paint, but you could actually take a lettering brush and go over all the rusted areas, and what that would do is just keep it protected from new moisture coming in and something wearing off this product, because like I said, this is not a actual finish. It has a primer to it. So if you left that on there with no clear on it, it would actually start to fail over time. So if you just stuck the clear over it, that would stop that from happening. Then you could have this nice original look patina, or if you had your outside of your vehicle like this, you could have that nice original look patina, and it would, you know, it would last and it wouldn't rust again, and you still have that old, you know, look that you still want. So something to consider. Like I said, you could use flat clear and spray it if you had a large area, say like CT, if you wanted to keep his looking like that. He could use this product here, wash the car, you know, get it all over it, and then take lacquer thinner. We're talking about, it does take a lot of work to do, and then clean off all the dead residue like this, okay? And, you know, I would do a sample area first on that, you know, because that, especially when you have lettering brushes and stuff like that on there, it's going to be a little tricky, lettering paints. But a lot of those were lead, so the lacquer thinner is not going to touch that lead paint very easily. Like, we were even considering doing that to this inside here and leaving this original paint. These are ideas that I had originally, but we've gotten so involved with the rust repair that I haven't really revisited these things yet. And we'll see where we're at when we're done. But I gotta, you know, I mean, I kind of want to get rid of this altogether. I don't really want to leave it there, but, you know, because I'm going to end up welding pieces in here because I have two different things to put in here. Once I'm done with that, I don't know how it's going to end up. But if, like I said, if you were trying to keep that patina, that would be a safe way to do it and have it last. So this looked like this, okay? All we did was just wash it with lacquer thinner. If you look here, we did have to torch the hinges off. Those are some of the things you have to do. There's no other way around it. But I'm just going to clean up here a little bit just to show you. You know, when you put this stuff on, it makes a mess, okay? But it can be cleaned off. It just takes elbow grease. So you're going to have to clean it. Now all this rust right here that I'm wiping off around is dead. Let's see, the paint's washed off here, you know, from the torches and stuff like that. But all you do is just clean it back off again, use some rubbing compound, and just get all the residue off and bring back your original paint with the rust treated versus just leaving the rust. You know, let's take a look at a better area maybe. So like right here, you know, this is a little easier. And you could use a little bit of fine sandpaper, like some 1200 grit and some rubbing compound, and get all that black back off of it. But now, you see how that rust is, that was bright red, now it's black. So when it's black like that, to me it just looks better too. Where if you have that bright red rust, it just looks like, oh my God, this thing's gonna rust out again. But you have that nice black wear look, which to me looks healthy. It looks like the paint's gonna stay. It doesn't look like it's something, it looks like it's, you know, just aged. So it looks, you know, like that looks good. This was bright red. So I'm saying, then you can take this, you can go to compound. We can do a little bit of that too. I'm just going to use, I got this hand polish, McGuire's number 1. It's a heavier cut. But I use it for, I don't usually use McGuire's because I use professional body shop stuff. The reason I'm using this is because most you guys can get it. And I have it, you know, like when I'm doing a job sometimes the only thing I can get is something like that. Like some of my painting jobs where I've got to do in the field where I'm trying to restore something. I do some sign restorations and stuff like that. Trying to save it. Now you can see the paint's original and looks like it's healthy. It doesn't look like it's, you know, ready to fall off. Just like up here, this looks like a healthy rust. It doesn't look like something that's active and dead, you know, wants to take your car away. So to me, that looks really cool. If you guys are interested in that, those are the products. Get your elbow grease out. I would, if you're going to do it, try one section and then go from there. In like a CT, if you want to do yours, I would do like one small area, you know, area that's visible, that, you know, but not too visible, and then start there and then try and work your way around. And you could do this with a machine polisher if you want. It would go a lot quicker, but I'm just showing you just so you can see It's just the normal wear. It's like still the wear stuff is there, but the original paint just brought back a little bit. Makes it look worn and cool. All right, talk to you guys in the next video. Hope that helps you bring back your patina. I'll talk to you next one.